People might think this is weird or petty, but I'm going to talk. I think it's weird for a U.S. senator to do 5 podcast episodes a week. Yeah. I'm not wrong,
That's
right?
right. No, that's right. I mean, it's very time consuming. Like when I appear on a podcast, it takes time. But being the host, and he normally does 3 a week. So that was actually news for me that he was up to 5. He's a media personality. He's not serious about being a senator.
I feel like there's some level at which maybe you'll help. If you beat him, you help him. Because I think he really just wants to do that full time, which again, no shade.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Right,
but I mean, you might be giving him a hand.
Here's the ability not to have lunch today. Ted Cruz, roll it.
My opponent, a liberal Democrat named Colin Allred, is outraising Beto O'Rourke, my last opponent, 3-1. They are flooding millions of dollars into Texas. And the reason is simple. You remember my last reelect.
Everyone hates you? Who gives a shit? Because I'm good at what I do, Dad. I'm good at what I do.
Well, there is a good reason for this, Ted. That that money is just pouring like waterfalls into
even
Texas.
Among Republicans, you're fucking viscerally hated.
He enjoyed disgusting people. Being disgusting, the thrill of offending people and making them uncomfortable. He was despicable. He will not be missed.
Even Republicans are like, wait, there's a liberal Democrat running against Ted Cruz? I'll give $10 to that. I live in Minnesota, but I'll give $10 to that. Like,
it's like because you look like Count Chocula?
Yeah,
I mean, that could be it.
Don't be scared. I'm the super sweet monster with the super sweet new cereal, Count Chocula.
I mean, you know, who's not gonna want the snow lizard here? Do you remember when he? Yeah, the snow lizard. That's what I call.
Oh yeah, I remember him pulling his bag with his big belly sticking out, like with his Texas mask on.
Yeah.
You know, when everybody's
I wasn't
freezing
down in Mexico. I was just dropping my daughters off.
I've not yet begun to defile myself.
Yeah, I was going to Cancun to drop them off in the sun. I was coming back to freeze with my constituents.
Here's Ted Cruz whining at the very end. Listen to this. This is fantastic. This is a great piece of art right here, Ted. Maybe you should put this on your podcast.
Like 2.6%. And so Chuck Schumer, his view is he floods millions into Texas. He gains 3 points, and that's how they win.
Yep, that's how it works. That's how it works. See, what you do is
you put more money in to get more votes. It's fucking nuts.
Personally, I think you're a fucking idiot.
The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. Thomas Jefferson.
Patriotism is the virtue of the vicious, according to Oscar Wilde. Thank you for making my point.
Right. and then you swipe away your 3-point margin that you had in the last election, and you win and Colin.
It's crazy. How did Chuck Schumer think of that sneaky?
Is that what it is? Is that what it? This is all.
My guess is there's any chance you can get to work Schumer in there. If you're him, you try.
Right. Just a shame that he couldn't blame it on the space lasers, really. That he had to blame it on Schumer. It'd be much more effective if Ted could have found a way on his podcast to podcast with the podcast and talk about U.S. space lasers on his podcast and then go on Fox News and pimp his podcast so that way everyone knew he had a podcast.
He's not a serious legislator. I mean, we're talking about these negotiations in the Senate right now. You'll never see him a part of those negotiations. He won't be rolling up his sleeves and trying to figure out a compromise on how we can legislate to move forward. This is what he does. He goes on podcasts, he goes on cable news, and that's what he does.
Did you know that Ted Cruz has a podcast?
I've heard rumors of it somewhere.
People are podcasting. I mean, saying. People are saying.
Yes, exactly. People are podcasting that he's saying. Wait.
Yeah.
Cruz Street. It's a gated community where kids are safe from the woke government. Tell them, kids.
Cruzy days sweeping the lids away, and he hopes you'll say that his beard looks sweet.
Grab an eagle and a gun.
Bring that gun to Cruz Street.
Did someone say bring gun?